everybody, and welcome to the Cryptoverse. Hold on. Probably just gonna have to edit that part out. But yeah, you know where we at. We're in the Crypto Cobras. Your boy Simon says here, and we're going live over Bitcoin must see TA. So this is the first day the banks really opened since the weekend price action. So the weekend started about around here, around this area, and we kind of had a nice trajectory upwards. What Atlas once told me in the day, nobody's getting out of bed for like a 5% move. I kind of feel the same way about this 3 hour kind of the 10% move. If we're just looking at like the macro scale, right, there's just some quick things I want to point out. We have this ordered block that we're fighting. We also have this blue little squiggly line that held perfectly to kind of pump us up through here. We had a descending triangle forming. What happens when descending triangles can't hold? Lots of liquidity sweeps to the upside. You also could have seen a steeper trend line, more liquidity. Something like that. So you got the woof, and yeah, that's where Bitcoin came over, and this brought a lot of moon boys out. People seen waves go over 100% today. Not today, yesterday. So if we're looking at like some of the altcoins, right, they had this mad rally and crazy surge, and to really dissect where that came from, we would have to go to the ETH to Bitcoin chart. So the ETH to Bitcoin chart actually deleted some of the lines. We had a wedge, and that wedge is actually played out now, full to fruition. 60 RSI, pretty much 3 hour doji came in, almost engulfed, next hour engulfed, and then retest of this red ascending triangle as a support, retest on the breakout if you went down to like a lower time frame. Support turns into resistance test, fly through the ascending support, just like if you can't hold the ascending support, that's what happens. So that's why we see ETH down over ETH is down 3% for the day, and Bitcoin is roughly right at break even. So really with these little micro pumps that have been happening, pretty much Bitcoin has not been the pumps have been like just like pretty much like these little pumps have been like, and these little dumps, this is where the alts are dipping. So the Bitcoin price isn't moving, but when these significant moves come in, then we could see more confluence. So now look at this purple symmetrical triangle, which is or this isn't symmetrical, this is pretty much was an ascending, right? So before we dropped down, broke this as a support, we're kind of looking for this to hold the ascending, or maybe once we kind of gain this area as a support once more after it was a resistance, held much support, just got above it, and we're through. We went to the next zone, we cleared the last high, sweeped it, as Don would say, and now we're back in the pretty much another support area, but we'd have to see what this turns into. If we kind of looked at just like the retracement off of that pump, you see we're sitting right around the 618 area. But let's take a look at a different chart. Let's see what's really going on. So this is the symmetrical we just recently broke out of. This is the retest on a 15-minute time frame, just holding these lows on the RSI. You see that the kind of the price action isn't there yet, but you can see that it's kind of coming up to here, and there's some support, kind of a little doji here, but at the same time on the 15-minute chart, retesting this, you can see we retested this resistance once more, the candle before this, and we're in a position, so we're monitoring this a little bit more closely. Now you can see You see the 5-minute bullish divergence has come in. You see how we're not able to get past these lows. The price action is actually making, it's kind of make that left shoulder, head, peak, but all on the same or on the RSI, but on the price action is doing that formation. Now, one thing we have to note, on the 5-minute chart, we're now below the 40 RSI. Can the bull get back above the 40 RSI and hold us as, a strong bounce or rally? Or, maybe we could, crush some more highs? That's to be decided. Right now, we haven't even hit the 236, or have we? Boom, perfect. Right on the 236 retracement from this, bearish dip. Maybe a 0.382 right here on this retest might be, another area for a short, I'm sorry. You can see that, this 21-day move, this isn't a 21-day moving average, this is a 21 moving average. So on this 5-minute chart, it shows the last 21 candles. That's what it's calculating, right? If we were to go on to, the weekly, which is, the most important time frame that I use this on, Benjamin Cohen, a lot of market analysts say, when we're above this on the weekly time frame, push bullish and higher highs. So our first real range, we can't count this out for the bulls, right? Where we're at right now. If we do hold, some support, but pretty much plain and simple what we have here. An ascending kind of triangle. If we flip this line, this could induce more downside on our, pump that we had. And, this pump was really just, it was called the Elon effect. And, if we're live in Discord, if our community is growing, we have more active members, we're going to be able to catch all of these moves. And that's why, we're doing these changes in the background and building our, I can't even speak too much. I don't know what I can say, but let's just get this crypto. So you can see on the bullish, Elon pump tweet, you can see that, we did hit the moon so far. Nice 10%, and we're sitting right at the 236. Take this down to a lower time frame real quick. 3-minute kind of indecision candle as well. You can see that these 3-minute candles are trying to close above this green line. You can see that the RSI is barely above this last peak, but you see this peak on the 3-minute, it still has the highest candle close. So no higher highs on that candle close. And then look at this. This is the great question, the great answering that we need right now, right? So we see when we broke out of this symmetrical triangle, we can kind of clean up some of these lines as we flew through this. Don't worry, everything's okay. All right, so in 3 hours, we're still not breaking into oversold yet. We still do have a slight bullish divergence, but we've been oversold. Can we come down out of oversold on the 3 hour? That's one key, right? Another key, this high, 31K. Remember, the last time Bitcoin was at 30K, Ethereum is at, 2K. So now when Bitcoin's at 32K, Ethereum's not even at 2K. So we see the divergence in the alts, the money switching from the alts to the king, Bitcoin, right? And then we see the total market cap, right? We see that, Bitcoin's chart is up here, right, on the market cap. But notice how the last peak we've had with the total market cap, this resistance zone, when Bitcoin, was here, right? Like when we were here, Bitcoin was maybe at 30, let's see. This is at, Bitcoin was at 31K. So now it's above that price, right? So we see that in the total market cap, yes, we've had a pump, but this pump has been mainly from the alts. Now, does it shift back to Bitcoin, and does Bitcoin bring it back down? Really, making Bitcoin maybe stay around that 30K region around this area, while the alts have diminished even more, causing the Bitcoin dominance, causing the Bitcoin dominance to rise and break through this zone. We can see Bitcoin is, still has been breaking up here on the daily. Can it still go more? Where is it on the weekly? When we see, so weekly still, bullish, can't really tell too much, but great thing is, today is, in 4 hours, we'll have a monthly close. So monthly is getting above the 40. Let's check the monthly on Bitcoin. We'll check it on the Brave BLX. So Bitcoin still a new monthly low, still lower than these wicks that we've created this cycle, but not lower than the wicks we've created this, the last time we were at 30K. And then let's see total market cap. Total market cap has made a new low as well. Same thing almost. This is the monthly. Let's check Bitcoin. Well, no, we did Bitcoin. ETH. I mean, we have to think about also, like, will there be, a pump up for the next month, right, before we kind of go bearish? Will a wick form? Where will today close? Will we, maybe go bearish and then, maybe look to hold some support? Or does the monthly just, keep going down full bear mode and just, kind of destroy the market? I saw a really nice video that I'll probably link in here later, and you guys can take a look. But that was just, our little update. You can see ETH still testing its symmetrical triangle. One thing we have to monitor, get back above the 40 RSI. We did see how this support held up from this wick. So we're just holding support so far. The king, 15 minutes. We're still at the 60 RSI and we came down. We really have to break, make some new lows. 3 minutes left in this candle. Let's see what 3 minutes saying. 3 minute had a little double top on the RSI. Lines got hit perfectly on that 31777 angel number retest. We need 3 minute for, if you're in sales, we want 3 minutes to come way down. One of the cooler things maybe we could start picking up on a little bit, or not cooler things, but one of the stronger alts I've been watching is GST. This is GMT's reward token. So for whatever participating in GMT, if you have their NFTs, their running shoes, whatever, that's like their thing that they got going on right now. They're called Step. So you get paid to move or something. I don't know, there's been a lot of FUD. I haven't really pinpointed it, so I'm just really trying to get some technicals behind it. Right now, we see the ascending triangle retest. We broke out of the wedge, retested. Now we're testing this 21 day. Here was a nice little wedge too, broke down, kind of evened out until, the big drop came. That was a lot of money, 18% move. But if we look at even, GST, it's, rewards token, which is pretty much a farming token. This was, a crazy move. That's how I caught like almost 900% today. Wish I would, loaded the bag on it, but that's 2x of my account regardless. Can't be mad. Only with 10% of my account. Sheesh. Ooh, waves pop. So this is the thing I'm saying, like, you see how Bitcoin is, not doing anything? We could take advantage of some of these alts. GMT I'm still down on. Maybe looking at DCA there, and, they've eaten almost 300% off for that GST dip. Rune's still okay. But yeah, guys, this is, you know, what we do. This is why we're a community. We're here to help each other. We're here to ask questions. You guys help me a ton, you know, just with, you know, chain operations and fundamentals, and that's how we all get better. You just have to keep getting better at our craft, and yeah, we can't be scared, bro. We gotta be able to risk it for the biscuit. Like, I got destroyed on some rune shorts, right? Just because it was at the wrong place, and whatever, it just ran into the night, bro. You can't. There's this book called like Poker Mindset or something. I have to get the link, but it's like dealing with the psychology book and how like poker players and all this, like, it's all about not going over into your tilt, right? Don't ever risk too much where you're making irrational decisions. Your girl screaming at you, don't enter a trade. like it's just about, you know, keeping your calm, keeping your perseverance, and really breaking this thing down to where, like, you break it down to, like, it's no more emotions. It's like, okay, I see my 60 RSI get hit right here. I got a lot of resistances. I see a double top above the 60. Like, you know, different things. My zone get hit, a doji on the 45. So price action, candlestick patterns, they're all very important. Time frames. A lot of stuff like that go underrated, and, you know, volatility is what makes money. Like, I was pretty naive trading Bitcoin the whole time. Mapping Bitcoin is where the money is, because if we're able to catch, you know, we're able to catch the top or the bottom of Bitcoin, and alts follow that, they follow with more percentages and better moves. So that's about that. Is there any questions?
The question is, are we back to recovery with this 32K being hit? It's a really cool support level on Bitcoin.
So the daily, you know, got above the 21 week, right? So we got above the 21-day moving average, and that's why we saw a very nice pump, or pop, I'd say. But let's see, I don't know, this isn't measuring the day, hold on. We're definitely not out the woods, Z. We're definitely not out the woods. Right now, I'd be probably looking at the daily 4 hours left. If we can't close below, you know, this high, then we might, you know, get that wick up, test the upside again. We could really test, you know, 33 through 30, like through 34K, even, you know, 36K through 35K. You know, right here, there's a CME gap. There's also a CME gap right down here below. So it's kind of like, which one do we want to go to? Let's see if we could just pull up the CME futures chart. Does anybody know the CME futures for Bitcoin?
CME.
Using yesterday, that was real good. Is something with an N?
I don't know, babe.
He said, "Oh, I like this donut. I'm using this the whole game."
I don't know.
Junior found it, and he said he liked it. He said the name of it, and I said, "Oh, Chris was using that gun yesterday," and then he forgot the name of it. Oh, you wouldn't? No.
Does anybody know where to find the CME gap? Where Ollie at, my boy? Okay, BTC1. these gaps are only really traded on a daily time frame, I believe. So we do see one right here. Notice how we haven't been there for like over 2 weeks, right? So it's not guaranteed, but they usually always do come back to fill, right? Like in this area, see this black candle fill it, right? Over here, that still hasn't been really filled. Well, maybe the wicks connect, but I'm not sure. I look for just more obvious gaps. See how like that when we left here, this is when we're at 30K. Last time we returned there was pretty much, look at this big black candle straight through it during that week. So the gaps are just because, you know, on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, the CME futures got closed over here for the weekend and they open on Sunday. So where the opening price is like literally here. Here we see, you know, we open Sunday or we open left Friday here and then this is Sunday. So May 31st to May 27th, the dates are kind of different, you see. Dang, yeah, did he put on the music, Z? I must have it muted.
What's up?
Huh? But yeah, that's about it for our emergency technicals. Let's just see if we can hold these levels. The chart I like the most right now is this one, so clean. Let's see if we keep this channel range, because this channel, you know, this is saying we even get, you know, a 0.5 retracement. We could still, you know, crash lower. Maybe put in another local top right here. That's be something we are looking for. Something I will be looking for. Minute chart went all the way up to the 60 RSI. You think it's a coincidence? Like, come on. It's crypto, baby. This is Bitcoin. This is what I do. But nah, yeah, so definitely, you know, look at that 60 RSI, all time frames. You can't be looking at one. The higher the time frame is, the stronger. And if we're looking at like even, like we see like the bigger macro, but if we're looking at like, let's say back on the one, so we still haven't broken this wick, right? So we could kind of say that was the top. We retraced to the 786. Now we're bouncing off. Now we could say, you know, this is the top for the bearish move. We came down to here. And when you understand this, this is when you get it. Ooh, just delete the MA. So that was the bullish one, and this is the bearish one. You can see the bearish one, we kind of hit the 21 MA again. Didn't quite get to the 0.50, but you know, a strong area where you want to hold the trend is that 382 level. So 236 is almost utterly useless, just a support and resistance sign, in my opinion. But yeah, Cliff Dwellers, we're back. Oh man, let's go to the alpha, right? Let's show y'all the alpha. All you had to do was look in the group chat, you know, during the weekend. I was the only one in here. I had the whole chat to myself. So, you know, 529. Elon Musk tweeted this today. I don't know if you remember, but he also did the same thing with the opposite image at 65,000. Bear market, right? This was the image back, you know, November 13. If you wanted to look, I thought I put the chart in here. Let's just go to the tweet real quick, right? We're on the internet. Hey, bro, you keep leaving the lives, bro. If you better be doing something serious to be leaving these lives, bro. I'm not even freaking playing. Freaking giving me the doo-doo-doo sound. What the bum beaters? Let me see who that shit was. Somebody tell me who it was. No more. What am I looking at? Elon. Five hours ago. What the hell does this mean, Elon? Tech companies. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Nobody showed me this. Like, come on, where y'all at? Y'all don't follow this boy? Notifications. Like, y'all gotta have this on. Come on. All right. I'm getting a little too hyped right now. I'm sorry. Shit just gets me mad. Nobody likes talking to me. We just be on the streams. Anyways. Nobody asks questions. Like, y'all don't got no questions? Thank you, Z, for asking a question. I heard your question. But coming into this next DAO, we need to take the next step, right? We need to really be on it all together. So this is, conspiracy theorists only. Yesterday, Elon Musk tweeted, this is where he tweeted the first one. The back was, to the viewer. And I don't think he had a caption on it. It was just a picture. And then he did the same thing. Let's just, time stamp it. 7:49 a.m. 28.
Elon's been like diamond handing his Bitcoin quite a bit. He's got like I think $4 or $5 billion worth of it. So I think he's feeling the same sort of crunch that we all felt when this thing dipped. Right?
Wait, how much billion does he have? 4 to 5 billion?
Yeah, $4 to $5 billion of Bitcoin. Yeah.
See, come on, that's only like 10% of his net worth.
Yeah, but he's
if
diamond
you go to
handing.
half, he doesn't care, bro.
You think so? I think he's had enough of the SEC. I think he's had enough of the dollar value. I think he wants Bitcoin more than anybody. My view.
But what can he do? Like, I mean, somebody said his margin call was around like 2,100, or I think MicroStrategies was around 2,100.
Yeah, 21.5.
But those big boys, they're ready to DCA. That's nothing. The fear of that is nothing. Like, sure, they're down half their port or whatever. Or I don't know how the margin call would work. But in reality, if Bitcoin goes to 10K, they would be down, maybe 60%. Then they would feel the hit. But then we know the markets will recover, like, for sure, because there's this video, we could watch it right here again if y'all wanted to. Kind of shared my same viewpoints right now, my recent thinkings, but damn, I just lost my train of thought.
Let's get this crypto, Simon. I think now we've crossed that 32K region. I think we'll see this whole week now to see if it supports at that sort of level, and then to see if we pump from there. But I think that long candlestick was pretty good for the news, for everybody, and we hit the important sort of levels. And the same with all other assets. It's like overall the stocks are looking good. The S&P 500, the Nasdaq, everyone's getting their money now. So.
But I really need to put this video on. Let me put it on. It might be a little fear mongering, but it's just like the tech companies haven't been, too strong as of late. Yeah, they recovered, but they've also dipped. They dipped hard. So usually bottoms don't form in 3 weeks. If this could be, a little bit of a running flat, and we do continue. But I'll just say, we DC on the dips. Like, that's why our red days, we plan for our green days. And our green days, we plan for our red days. Maybe I was just a little bit too red the other day, and, the market bit me. I think it was this one right here. Hold on. It's about a little 14-minute video.
The Bitcoin price is breaking out after finding support.
He's a little hype, yeah. He's a little hype.
In the low $30,000 region. Is this finally the breakout that we're looking for? Or, ladies and gentlemen, are the Moon Boys about to get absolutely wrecked? Are the whales trapping them here once again? This is what we need to look into here on today's stream. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. So let's not waste any time and get right down to it. Straight to the point here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are subscribed to this channel, then you would know that on yesterday's stream, we were pointing out this breakout of the downward sloping resistance trend line. And I was stating that, hey, if we can get above this horizontal resistance line at about 31,000, it's possible that we could then look to springboard higher. And one of the leading reasons as to why I was saying that we could springboard higher is because here on the Bitcoin CME futures chart, we still have a gap at about 35,000, okay? And throughout Bitcoin's history, since the inception of this product back in late 2017/early 2018, many of these gaps have filled. I showed you this on yesterday's stream. All of these little yellow areas that I've squiggled in are just some of the gaps that have filled. I mean, they filled with an uncanny accuracy, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look, we can even fill in some more as we go along here. The fact of the matter is that, sure, the gap doesn't have to fill. I'm just putting it on your radar that market participants have targeted these gaps in the past, and now if we are getting a bullish breakout here, it's possible that we get a bear market reaction rally and or a relief rally, however you'd like to say it, back up into this range, that we wind up filling the gap, and then we plunge again. It just is what it is. I know that these Moon Boys may beg to differ, but Kirby, the inflation. Kirby, it's gonna be a recession. I have a monkey cartoon, a JPEG. Little Jimmy, listen up. Right now, the global markets are in absolute turmoil. Take a look here at the S&P 500 chart. Do you see what's going on here? The U.S. equities market has been hit like a brick. This is the NASDAQ 100 chart. Mainly tech stocks hit like a brick as well. And there has been an uncanny correlation between the NASDAQ 100 and the Bitcoin price as of late. Does this look like a healthy trend to you right now for tech stocks in the U.S. market? To me, it doesn't at all. And just take a look at what's going on here on the U.S. dollar index chart, ladies and gentlemen. It's ripping. It's at a 20-year high. Look at this. We haven't seen the price peak this high basically since back in about 2002. 20 years, folks. The U.S. dollar index has not been this strong. And for those of you who don't understand how this is possible because of inflation and all of the other atrocities going on in the economic markets right now, the DXY is the U.S. dollar traded against a basket of other world currencies. This one is just stronger than many of the other world currencies at this very specific point in time. Everybody's inflating, okay? The inflation right now is really the least of the concern on this chart. It's just that still the U.S. dollar is being perceived as a safe haven asset, a safe haven currency, and it's being reflected in this chart right here, right now. And as we should all know, if you are subscribed to this channel, Bitcoin has historically performed the best over the past 5 years when we've seen a weak U.S. dollar index, right? This period of time here was the bull run back in 2017. This period of time here was the bull run in 2020/2021. So right now, it is absolutely normal and to be expected, in my opinion, that with this rocket ship of a DXY chart, that we're seeing Bitcoin and crypto in a bear market. It just is what it is. I mean, this chart has been nearly a pinpoint perfect correlation. So we have tech stocks dumping. We have the U.S. dollar index rising. It's been a very risk-off environment. And these Moon Boys are still photoshopping images of lasers onto their eyes on Twitter because they think that Bitcoin's going to the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a point in this market where it becomes embarrassing. To me, at least, it becomes embarrassing to even be a part of it. You understand? Because what you get left with here are a bunch of degenerates holding the bag with laser eyes and monkey JPEGs screaming that this is good for Bitcoin. Everything's good for Bitcoin, in their opinion, right? Nothing is ever bad for Bitcoin. And if we go back to the Bitcoin chart right here, right now, I just want to be clear that yes, it's possible that we get a reaction rally up here. I just want it to be known that we have a ton of potential resistance right here around the 36 to 37K range. We have that gap on the CME futures chart around 35,000, that once that is filled, speculators are going to know that it filled. And then we don't have another gap there, right? So once the gap is gone, well, that does, in my opinion, take away some bullish speculative fervor from the run, and that's where we could potentially see a dump. To me right now, folks, this does still just appear to be a last hope stand for the bulls. I mean, this is the line. If you were looking for a line in crypto that was the almighty, the end-all, be-all line for the bull market, for the cycle, then ladies and gentlemen, this is that line right here, right now. Let's get this crypto. I'm fired up because we've reached
Let's get this crypto.
this point in the market where, hey, this may be the final last few months. I mean, it's been about a month right now of consolidation that we could be clinging on to this 30K range before we plunge deep down into the crypto abyss. And if you're new to crypto, this may seem unfathomable. But Kirby, it was 69,000. How could it ever possibly go down to 20 or 10,000 again? Well, this is how everybody thinks in every market. Back here in 2017, I assure you, it was the exact same thing. Kirby, you're just a stinking degenerate. It can't go lower. You guys remember, right? If you are subscribed to this channel, you remember the old school Don pointing out that this thing, in my opinion, was going to capitulate if we drop below 6,000. And what do you know? Bang! Dropped 50% when we lost the trap door. And trust me, everybody at the time was telling me, you don't understand, Kirby. This time's different. This isn't 2014 anymore, Kirby. Well, sick, little James. How'd that work out for you, you filthy degenerate? Let's get this crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak from experience in this market. I've been around a very long time. I think that's more important than anything else. I've lived through these cycles. I've eaten, breathed, and slept these cycles. You understand? For many people, this is their first or maybe even only second time. Okay? To me, these cycles are a walk in the park. This chart right here, I think explains it all. I've learned to embrace these cycles. All right, more than anything else, it's human psychology. Sure, the market can remain irrational longer than we can all remain solvent. Just because we're in a bear trend doesn't mean that every short trade is going to work out, right? You could take a short in the most bearish of conditions, and whoopsies, it goes up and stops you out, liquidates you, gets you wrecked, etc., right? But the fact of the matter is as somebody speculating on the trends of the market, I'm just trying to remain on the right side of the trade as often as possible. Right now, what I'm stating is, hey, I'm still speculating to the downside here, short. But I acknowledge the fact that we could get a push up towards 35, 36, possibly even 37,000 before then possibly seeing a drop back down. And maybe it does start to change up here.
And that would be, the 37K would be the 21-week moving average pretty much, right? So kind of makes good sense.
Right? I'm not saying that it must find rejection here. I'm just stating that the probabilities of a possible rejection are higher at that range, in my opinion, right? There are no certainties or guarantees in trading. If my thesis gets negated up here, well, I reevaluate. I come up with a new strategy for myself to potentially crush it and get this crypto. And you guys know I keep you up to date in percent.
I'd like to take this time to say, make sure you guys get your VIP Cobra DAO access backstage pass. You guys are going to be needing that.
Right here, right now. NFTs, the laser eyes, all of the nonsensical Moonboy Garbaggio, right? These people still haven't been flushed out. I know that it may be harsh to some of you, right? You know, this guy, he's standing on a soapbox talking down. I don't like it. I've been here for so long. You have to understand, these people, the reason they have a monkey JPEG as their Twitter image and have laser eyes is because they haven't been flushed out of the market yet. You understand? These people get discouraged when we finally capitulate, okay? You're gonna see them change their image. They'll take .eth out of their name. The monkey JPEG goes away because it dropped 99% and they can't bear to look at it anymore. You understand? The fact that we still have this bullish fervor in the market is telling me that there's a higher probability that this market still has more potential downside action to come, rather than that this is the bottom and we're gonna turn around and go right to the moon. Especially with the fact that the Federal Reserve is still planning to potentially hike interest rates in the US. Okay, you have to understand, right now, the economic conditions do not look favorable to me. The US dollar index does not look favorable to me. The US equities market, especially tech stocks, do not look favorable to me. Yet we still have these NFT degenerates in the space. We still have people with the laser eyes in the space saying that the bottom is in. Look, Kirby, it's a triple bottom, just like we had a triple bottom back here. Just like Get out of here, Studad. Why are you staying in this echo chamber trying to find things that only tell you it goes to the upside? Listen, if we start to break back above 40,000, 45,000, of course, then we do have to really start to anticipate the possibility of moving much, much higher. But right now, to be looking at this market purely from a bullish perspective, in this type of trend here, with a double top, in a absolutely horrible economic environment, and now we're just seeing a reaction relief rally here, possibly to look to fill a gap on a futures chart before dumping back down into the crypto abyss. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, I'm disgusted right now. Disgusted by this space. And to me, the disgust means there is potentially life-changing trading opportunity looming here in the shadows. If this drops into the abyss, while these degenerates remove their monkey JPEG images and get the Photoshopper to take the laser eyes off their image, the Don will potentially be shorting this thing deep down into the crypto abyss for a potentially life-changing trading opportunity. Let's get this crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done it before, and I'm looking to potentially do it again, okay? I, personally, in these last cycles, you would know it if you are subscribed to this channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. You can't miss any more of these. Don't forget the thumbs up as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I was pointing out that this top up here at about 13,000 looked suspect to me, and that we could potentially see a decline. Bang. I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, this over here looked like we could potentially be on the brink of capitulation, down from 6K to 3K. Boom, it happened. I was pointing out here, up at 65K, that the top could be in. We then had a react.
All right. Don called that, my boy.
Beautiful.
Rally.
I think he's pretty much just going through some.
Telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most critical time in the past year or two for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market as a whole. And right now, I'm looking to potentially crush this next market move like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. Let's get this crypto. If you're not already in my VIP, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. I'll be posting in real time to the second my real-time trade setup.
All right. So pretty much right now, little falling wedge breakout, 3 minute coming off the 40. Retesting the 50 RSI, may need to get to 60 or the 70, right? Or oversold, who knows? Right now we're looking at a retracement. Still we're looking to see if we could break these highs on, like the 15-minute time frame looks bigger. We got those wicks up there. So that's the area we're trying to look for to see if we can break. If we do break out of this, you can see maybe it's tight, right? But now if we flip this line, we see the downside come in again. So a small ascending triangle at play. See how this 15-minute candle comes in. 3 minutes gonna tell us pretty much everything. We pretty much engulfed the last 15-minute candle already, but still below a little resistance. As you see, look at how the RSI was above the 50. Now that the candles dropped almost 50%, it kind of came below the 50 RSI. Minute 60 RSI test. Again, look at the bullish divergences forming. We're making lower lows almost, and then we finally hold the last higher low right here, and push off the 40.
Hope that happens, man. I hope we pass the 40K and above. That'd be pretty cool.
Nah, that would be good. It would be good for the markets, bro. I do feel like this is an opportunity that might ever come again, though. I feel like we should, there's a lot of people in here that could, make a great deal of, their returns by just trading through the bear market if it is to continue. If not, then we start to look for that long that will never get hit again.
It's down to like riding those waves, isn't it? Like if it's bullish or bearish, could we ride it all the way up to 60K and then play those moves and compound? I think it's possible.
Of course. I mean, right now Bitcoin is still pretty cheap, yo, boys. 31K. That's a steal almost. Like a 3x in 6 months.
Cool, Simon. We'll get the fundamentals now, huh? We're almost past an hour.
We're gonna do it. Let's do it. It's an emergency day today.
It's emergency, man. You called it, man. No worries. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna